Want to move to Wendell, North Carolina, or at least considering it? Then this is the video for you. I'm thrilled to share the inside scoop on what it's really like living in Wendell, North Carolina. This is a charming town, y'all. From the quaint, quiet streets to the bustling parks, Wendell really does have a lot to offer. Stick around to the end of this video to see if this could be a perfect town for you and your family to put down roots. I'm Erica Adams, your favorite Raleigh real estate agent and the host of Living in Raleigh Suburbs. And be sure to reach out if you have any questions or want to chat about your real estate needs. I love to service your Raleigh realtor, so call, text, or email anytime. My contact information is in the description below. I got your back when moving to a Raleigh suburbs. So now let's get into this video. A pro of living in Wendell is the thriving job market. Wendell's economy is buzzing with growth, providing a wealth of job opportunities because it's only 30 minutes from Raleigh. So you'll hear me say this about a lot of the suburbs around Raleigh because you get to tap into all that Raleigh has to offer to ensure a steady influx of employment opportunities. However, if you're willing to travel 15 minutes further to get into the opportunities that Durham has to offer, which is another major city in North Carolina, then you get to double your amount of opportunities in terms of employment options. So 45 minutes or so to Durham, 20 to 30 minutes to Raleigh, depending on which side of Raleigh you are in. You get a ton of employment opportunities in the tech field, in the medical field, in education, you name it, it's an opportunity out there. Probably perfect for you. Another pro of living in Wendell, North Carolina is the affordable housing. So even in 2024, Wendell still is one of Wake County's and the Raleigh area's most affordable suburbs to live in. So you can still find a range of homes from historical gems that are resale options to modern built townhomes and single family homes without breaking the bank. There are retirement 55 plus communities out in Wendell. There is a ton. No matter your budget, no matter your vibe, no matter how much square footage you need or how tiny you want to go, there is an option out in Wendell for you. There will be a playlist specifically for home tours and community tours that go along with Wendell. So just look for that on my channel. There will be one about Wendell, North Carolina, and then the neighborhoods and communities that are very sought after and probably will fit one of your needs. Another pro of living in Wendell, North Carolina is the community vibes. The sense of community here is really unparalleled, from local events to neighborhood gatherings. Wendell fosters a warm and inclusive atmosphere where everyone knows your name. So if you're looking for more of that small town feel, keep Wendell on your list of possible options for Raleigh suburbs to move to, because Wendell really does give you that small town feel. Another pro of living in Wendell is the natural beauty amongst us here. So if you are a nature enthusiast, you will be in for a treat. Wendell offers a ton of parks, a ton of trails, and very picturesque backdrops for outdoor adventures right at your doorstep. Another pro of living in Wendell is that safety really does come first in Wendell. Wendell continues to be a safe haven with low crime rates, providing peace of mind for residents and families. Another pro of living in Wendell is the education here. So Wendell keeps you in the Wake County public school systems, which, if you've done any research, you probably know are very sought after. While I can't get too far into my opinions on these schools and crimes and safety, as realtors we're not really allowed to talk that much about those, I'll link some resources down below. But you get a range of options in Wendell. So you can get private schools, public schools, there are homeschool groups out in Wendell. So no matter what kind of preferences you are looking for schooling for your children, Wendell will surely meet your needs. Another pro of living in Wendell, North Carolina is the cultural richness. So despite its small size, yes, Wendell is a small town, but despite that, Wendell packs a cultural punch. Local art scenes, we're talking festivals and community events for all different types of people, contribute to a vibrant cultural scene out in Wendell. Another pro of living in Wendell is the health and fitness and wellness focus that this town has. So with an increasing number of wellness centers and different parks and healthy dining options, Wendell is becoming a haven for those prioritizing a healthy lifestyle. So a lot of walkable areas around Wendell to get you out and active. Another amazing pro of living in Wendell is the family-friendly environment. So Wendell is very family-centric focus, means you'll find numerous family-friendly activities and amenities catering to all ages of children so that you can go out in public with your kids and have a great time throughout the weekday and throughout the weekend. Another pro of living in Wendell, North Carolina is the investment opportunities here. As the town grows, so does its investment potential. So Wendell might just be the perfect spot for those looking to make a sound, safe, and secure real estate investment and get into all that real estate investing has to offer. Wendell really could be a good place to start or to grow your real estate portfolio. So let's get into the cons of living in Wendell, North Carolina. And some of these may not just be centralized to Wendell. It may apply to some of the other Raleigh suburbs as well, like the first one that's up, which is commute challenges do persist. So traffic is a thing here in the Raleigh area. While the job market is thriving, commuting to Raleigh and commuting to Research Triangle Park, let alone if you're willing to go a little bit further to Durham, may still be a consideration, especially if you're working in the city full-time 5 days a week, not in like a hybrid or remote role. The next con of living in Wendell is the limited nighttime scene. So Wendell is a small town. It's not a lot of things open after 10. The town leans more towards a cozy evenings than like vibrant nightlife, clubs, and a lot of different parties and things of that sort. So if you're looking for that, you may want to go further in towards Raleigh. The next con of living in Wendell, and really any Raleigh suburbs, is the unpredictable weather here. Sometimes it can be hot and humid, and then the next day it may be completely opposite. It could be in the 30s or 40s. North Carolina weather really is as crazy as the stories you probably have already heard. It's up and down. It's very inconsistent. Another con of living in Wendell, North Carolina is the limited shopping opportunities. So Wendell has a Publix. It has a Food Line for grocery options. There are some things towards the Wendell Falls area that they are building up, like a new Bojangles. They have a Wendy's out there, Jersey Mike's, Starbucks. So they are growing, but it's not all the way there yet. So you will surely have to go to Knightdale, even to Raleigh, to get some of those bigger grocery options or more variety of grocery and shopping and restaurants and things of that sort. So there is no major shopping right in Wendell, but like 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the road is Knightdale. So then you'll have your Target for all my Target girlies. You will have Best Buy, Lowe's Foods. You'll have more restaurants, a Home Depot, all of those kind of things right in Knightdale. So Wendell sits right beside Knightdale, so you can take advantage of everything that Knightdale and Raleigh has to offer because you're only a few minutes away. Another con of living in Wendell, North Carolina could be the ongoing growth pain. So as the town expands, you might experience some growth pains in terms of increased traffic. There are a lot of places where they're trying to work on the roads and, widen the lanes and, just make traffic a little easier. So there's a lot of construction on the roads in some areas and just a lot of new construction homes going up. So it is kind of a work zone in some areas of Wendell, but for a good portion, the majority of Wendell is nicely done. Another con for some people that come from major cities that are very walkable, you can walk to work, you can walk to your grocery stores. Another con could be that it is limited on public transportation. So a lot of the Raleigh suburbs is going to have this con. Raleigh area is not as walkable as some of the other bigger cities. You are definitely going to need your own personal transportation here. It is very car heavy and car dependent. So I would not recommend anyone trying to move down here without a car or a way to get transportation, whether that's someone you know locally, like a family or a friend that can help you out from time to time, when the public transportation system here may not be available to go where you need it to go at the time that you need to go there. Another con for some people to live in Wendell could be that there are fewer dining options. So while Wendell is working rapidly on trying to expand the amazing restaurants and stores that you have out there, it is not a big city. So you will have to get a wider range, you'll have to travel to Knightdale, you'll have to travel to Raleigh to get a broader array of restaurants and entertainment options in terms of like bowling and skating and things like that. There's nothing like that in Wendell. So in terms of restaurants and entertainment, you're gonna have to travel a little bit further. But there are some really good restaurants out in Wendell. Don Julio's Mexican restaurant is out there. There are some good little local coffee shops like 41 North. There are some small town restaurants that are good options. Just for those bigger restaurants, more variety, you will have to travel. Another con of living in Wendell, North Carolina could be, and I don't really know how to phrase this, but to just say it direct, a lot of Wendell's most popular communities like Wendell Falls, they build homes really close together. So if you don't want to feel like you're living on top of each other, you want more space between the homes, you may be looking for a little bit more land, Wendell may not be the place for you, at least not the most popular subdivisions in Wendell. Let's talk about that on your consultation, because if you want more land, want more space between homes, there are still communities in Wendell that can offer you this. They're just not the most popular that you probably see over on social media or talked about as frequently. So there are options in Wendell, but the most popular options in the biggest communities with all the amenities and the pool, the farmhouses, the clubhouse, the parks, you know, the walking trails, all of those communities, most of the time they build them really close together to pack as many homes in there as they can. And so if that's not your style, Wendell could be a con of living in Wendell. Another con could be if you are someone who wants to tap into the Durham job market, then Wendell would be about 45 minutes, you know, with no traffic. Not on a good day, it's going to be 45 minutes to Durham. So if you are working in Durham or even past Durham, most people that I talk to, most of my buyer clients want to be within like 30 minutes. If you're okay with 45 minutes, then cool, forget it. Like, this could be a pro, you know. But if you want to be within a 30-minute commute, then you wouldn't be able to tap into the Durham job market, because Raleigh would be the furthest commute for you that you probably want to stay within. So overall, I think Wendell is an amazing place, especially if you are trying to stretch your dollar a little bit further and maybe buy your first home or relocate here with your family. It could be an amazing option. If you need recommendations for which town or which suburb of Raleigh meets your specific needs, I would absolutely love for you to book a consultation. My contact information is in the description below, my phone number and my email. So call, text, or email me to set up a time to just talk about what you are looking for, how I can help you, give you some recommendations on which communities could work, overview of the process of even how to buy a home here in the Raleigh area, and answer any of your questions that you have. I'd love to do that. Just reach out to me and let's book a buyer's consultation. Just give me a little bit about yourself and what day and time works best for you, and we can meet, even if that's in the evenings, even if it's on the weekends. I know most people work during the day, so as a real estate agent, I have a pretty flexible schedule to meet your needs. So check out my other playlists. As I am building them out, I'll be doing home tours and community tours of each of the suburbs, as well as the pros and cons videos to help you get some information. So giving you some information, but also like taking you out into the communities to check those communities out, check the town out, see what I'm actually talking about, so that you can decide which town is the best place for you. So until next time, y'all, that's it. That's all. Bye, y'all.